Are social impact bonds ethical for state finance? Imagine a way for governments to fund social programs without risking taxpayer money if those programs don't work. Social impact bonds are designed to do just that. They are a type of performance-based financing where private investors put money upfront to support social projects. The government agrees to pay back these investors only if the programs hit specific social goals. This setup raises some interesting questions about ethics and public money. One key point is how risks are shared. Social impact bonds shift financial risk from the government and service providers to private investors. If the program fails, the government pays nothing, which can protect taxpayer dollars from waste. This approach can be seen as responsible because it ties government spending to actual results. But critics worry that this risk transfer might make programs focus more on meeting financial targets than truly helping vulnerable groups. If the goal becomes just hitting numbers, the needs of harder-to-reach populations might get overlooked. Transparency is another important factor. Because social impact bonds involve complex contracts among government agencies, investors, and service providers, clear rules are essential. Governments need to report openly on what the programs aim to do, how they measure success, and how funds are spent. Without strong oversight, there's a risk that private interests could influence social services in ways that aren't always in the public's best interest. Ethical use of these bonds depends on clear, honest communication and accountability. Equity also plays a role. Social impact bonds should serve everyone fairly. There's a concern that programs might focus on easier-to-help groups to make success easier to measure. This could leave out those with greater needs who are harder to reach. State policies must ensure that programs funded by social impact bonds are designed to promote fairness and social justice, so all communities benefit equally. On the positive side, these bonds can encourage innovation. Because they focus on results rather than just inputs, they push for new and better ways to solve social issues. This can lead to more effective programs that make good use of public funds. But there's also a risk that program goals become too narrow. If only measurable results count, some important social benefits that are harder to quantify might be ignored. Finally, the legal and financial classification of social impact bonds matters. They are not traditional bonds but are instead contingent contracts based on social outcomes. Governments need to define their legal status clearly within their budgets. Proper classification helps keep public finances transparent and within legal limits. If not, there could be confusion about the true financial commitments involved. To use social impact bonds ethically, states should develop strong legal frameworks. These should include clear outcome goals aligned with public policy, transparent contracts, and regular evaluations of social and financial impacts. They should also protect vulnerable populations and clarify how these bonds are accounted for in budgets. When these safeguards are in place, social impact bonds can be a responsible way to fund social programs. They link public spending directly to social results, manage risks wisely, and promote innovation. Without proper policies and legal protections, however, ethical concerns about accountability, fairness, and transparency can arise.